What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Claroos.
And this is the long-awaited return, hopefully, of the nightly morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is right. Welcome back to the show that kind of started a lot of this.
A lot of, like, what Nerdy Nightly is now, currently.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, let's go back to the beginning.
Let's go back in time.
Let's go back to the very beginning. We started because of COVID, right? We transitioned from being theater actors to being online, chronically online
Nightmares.
people.
Yeah.
Because we lost our jobs on a cruise ship because everybody on the planet was sick. Mm-hmm. And so we started doing some baking videos and we started doing a little bit of some gaming content. But then we got married and moved to Toronto and we had nothing to do. And we were like, we're going to be live every morning.
Well, the craziest part of it was we spent 6 months in Calgary and we were like, we need to get out.
Yeah.
We need to get out.
I love my mom, but like.
And so we arrived, we moved into a new apartment October 1st.
Yeah.
And I think 5 or 6 days later, we went into lockdown again.
Yes, yeah. Because we moved thinking that everything was about, because it was that time when everyone was like, it's about to open up.
It's gonna happen, guys.
There.
Yeah.
And we weren't almost there. And so for those of you who weren't here all the way back then, we were live Monday through Friday at, what was it, 9 a.m.?
No, it was 10.
10.
I think.
We were live at 10 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
For like 90 minutes. And we did like a morning news show.
Yeah.
And we did it 100 times.
Yep.
And that's where like all of this started.
Yeah.
And so we've been wanting to bring the show back for a while with a slightly different format. Claroos doesn't really care about the news.
I don't keep up with it. So
it's a bad format for us. Like, I don't know.
He'd be like, there's a thing happening. And I'd be like, oh, wow. Cool.
I wanted to do a news show and you didn't care. But you were like, I have nothing to do, so let's do a news show.
Yeah, it's not that I don't really like care about the news. It's that I don't have any like drive or desire to seek it out, I think is it. And so we've decided we're gonna like play around with a new nightly morning show that's gonna be more casual.
It's not gonna be weekly until next year. Because we're gonna be gone for all of December. But
we are traveling, so there's gonna be a few morning shows here or there before we get to 2023. But then we're gonna come back with it, and it's gonna be more chill, more personal, more chat interactive for sure. It's gonna be some nerd news. We're gonna talk about what happened in the week. We're gonna just kind of shoot the shit. And have a couple fun segments. And so it's going to be less like we're trying to be like news people to bring you the news. And we're just going to we're going to talk about what we want to talk about.
Sandra Rutten is pointing out that you did 100 episodes in a row. I did 99.
That's true.
I took a day off so that Ron Burgundy could come in here and he could fill in. He could do the news on the internet. A thing he does not understand.
Not in the slightest.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Those episodes still exist.
The Ron Burgundy episode is on YouTube if you want to see that.
Care to go find it. But good morning, friends. How are you guys all doing? Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, chat. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. I want to say a very special thank you to our mods, Fabu, Monkey. Love you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
We appreciate y'all.
And I appreciate everybody else as well. Good morning, y'all. I'm not going to go back through everything that people have said so far, but if you want to throw some questions in the chat, we will answer them. If you need dating advice, I think that we would be good. I think that could be a segment of our show.
Yeah, I feel like we do pretty good at that.
The place I want to start this week
on
the Nightly Morning Show. I want the Nightly Morning Show hot take. Elon Musk, do you think he cried himself to sleep last night?
It was either last night or the night before. One of the two. Because here's the thing. Last night was not the night that he was like, no impersonators on Twitter. I think it might have been the previous night.
That wasn't yesterday?
No, it was. He tweeted that yesterday. So the night before
Oh,
He
right,
cried
right.
himself to sleep because
He woke up and tweeted it because he cried himself to sleep.
Because everybody decided to say, hey, Elon Musk, your idea is stupid, and here's why. We're going to make some harmless, silly jokes about it. And he went, "Wah!" And he pooped his panties, and Twitter's cleaning it up for him.
And both of our Twitter accounts, wait, let me check. We've been suspended for saying that. That's
Oh, wow,
crazy.
he's so fast.
He's so
fast.
Thank you for watching the show, Elon.
Oh my God.
I think that this week has been one of the funniest public pylons ever, and I don't feel bad because he's a billionaire.
No.
Usually I'm the guy who's like, we took the public pylon a little too far, but the dude's worth like $200 billion, so I genuinely don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's also like anti-union, so like I don't care.
Yeah.
But can you imagine buying a product like Twitter that has no real future?
Or can you imagine
financially?
Can you imagine spending I think it's 3 times the worth of something to acquire it without having an actual plan for what the hell you're going to do with it?
Well, but it's because he was forced to, right? Like he ended up in this situation where he literally bought the company.
He fucked around and found out.
Literally. He bought the company with the plan of, I'm going to fire everyone and it will still work.
I know.
And now they're having to rehire the people they just fired because guess what? You can't fire everyone
that. I know.
and expect the company to still function. Those people had jobs for a reason.
Yeah.
And
they were doing things.
It's one of the funny situations, and we're going to stop talking about it really quick, I promise. But the idea of being like, comedy is now legal on Twitter. 2 days later, scratch that. Comedy's legal as long as it's not about me on Twitter.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't make fun of me. That's just, you can't make this shit up. It's too perfect.
Twitter, like Elon Musk and Xi Jinping have the same thing now, where like Xi Jinping won't allow you to show Winnie the Pooh because it's making fun of him. This is like the American version of that.
I wonder what it feels like to be that, like, I don't know, insecure.
You know who's actually insecure though? Is all of the people dick riding Elon so hard.
Oh, I know.
Because they're the ones who are sitting around going, I need him to be right here because
it reflects on me.
Yeah, I have decided that my personality is believing in that man.
Elon Musk, yes,
yeah.
100%.
And the like insane Simone Biles level gymnastics I have seen these men do.
Trying to justify what's happening. Oh, it's amazing.
Trying to like pivot what Elon is tweeting into a positive is insane, right? Like you're watching these people who are literally trying to make it seem okay that he is tweeting the way that he is.
Yeah. Even
though he's tweeting like the ship he's tweeting like he is the captain of the Titanic, trying to let people know to get off the fucking boat.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, right? And he like suspending Kathy Griffin, suspending Ethan Klein. It's like pathetic.
It is. It's
in a way
sad.
that should be more sad. But the guy got rich off apartheid emeralds, so I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when your family wealth comes from literal racism jewels. No, but seriously, I have no sympathy.
I know.
You used your racism jewel money to ruin the public square of the internet, and that's
well done.
And the guys who are dick riding him, he's never going to like you. He's never going to know you.
See your stuff. He's not going to know your name.
You know, nobody has their mentions turned off harder than Elon Musk right now.
In other news, I did claim the Claroos Polaris Tumblr handle just in case.
Guys, remember Tumblr?
Yeah, Tumblr's going to make a comeback. It's going to be wild. I wanted to go to the chat, actually. We had a couple questions. I wanted to chat with you guys. First question, somebody wanted to know where we're going in December. We have a trip to LA planned. Yes. We're going to be there for LA Comic-Con, as well as the very first official Game of Thrones con.
Yeah.
Which we are very excited about. Apparently Kit Harington is going to be there. So
a lot of the cast is going to be there. But the reason we're excited about Kit Harington in particular is we are firmly in the camp that they're going to announce the Jon Snow show.
Yeah, like officially.
Which the title of it needs to be the Jon Snow show.
The Jon Snow show.
Because I think they're just going to call it Snow.
Yeah.
But at the very least, they should call it the Snow Show.
The Snow Show.
Do you think Kit Harington wakes up next to Rose Leslie and is like, you want to ride on the Snow Show?
No, I really hope he doesn't. I would leave.
If you look like Kit Harington, you can do that though.
That's true. He's the only person who can get away with it.
And with his like sexy accent, you know what I mean? He's like, you want to ride the snowshoe?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so we're going to be at the first ever official Game of Thrones con.
Yes.
Which I'm super stoked about.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to try and be pretty like online that weekend to update you guys. I don't know if we'll do like IRL like streams. We'll have to see if that's even, well, no, because we don't have a data plan that could probably cope with that. But, you know, we'll be posting on our stories and tweeting and
right.
all those things.
Should we, okay, here's a question. This is, okay, we're going to sidebar about business for a second here. Should we get American phones for this trip? Because that last trip cost us a lot of money.
Is it going to be cheaper?
I don't know. We pay $10 a day per phone when we're in the States. And so our trip to Dragon Con / Disney World cost us like a lot.
Yeah, no, I know. I just don't know if we save any money.
I don't know. We should look into that.
We'll look into it. Yeah. If you have
if there's like a 1 month phone plan that's less than $400,
yeah, if you guys know of like a way to do that, let us know, because that'd be fun.
The Pied Piper guy says get US prepaid burners.
Well, we just need a card.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It depends, because we need the data the most, and so it depends on like how expensive it is to get like a bunch of.
Yeah. The thing at the end of the month. So we're in LA from November 29th to December 10th. 13th.
13th. Yeah.
13th.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then we're in Calgary, our hometown, with our parents for Christmas.
Yeah.
Neither of us has been home for Christmas in years.
I haven't been home for Christmas since I was 17.
You haven't been home for Christmas in 11 years?
Yeah.
Holy. I'm sorry, I just outed your age.
It's fine.
Yeah, I've been home for Christmas since 2018, I think. Mm-hmm. But my sibling, Miller, who some of you might know, Mithril Mira on Twitch.
Yeah.
They've been in Japan for 3 years teaching English, doing just such a great job, and I'm so proud of them. Yeah. But I have not seen them in 3 years. So we're going to actually get to like, they're back from their like time abroad. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be the first time we get all the siblings together in like over a half a decade.
Yeah.
I have 5 siblings, for those of you who don't know. And so getting the 6 of us together is my mom's favorite thing.
It's like trying to plan a D&D session.
Yeah. Yeah, except it's a D&D session where everybody lives in different countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Although now, this is the first year since 2010 that all 6 of my siblings live in the same country.
Have lived in the same country. Crazy.
So yeah, we're going to be home for Christmas, and so it's going to be an interesting kind of. December is going to be busy and complicated.
Yeah.
Which is our favorite thing.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, book club is a question mark right now for the LA dates.
Yes, it'll definitely happen in Calgary.
Yeah, in Calgary, we know we'll have good internet. We'll know we'll have a place that we can do it, no problem. However, while we're in LA, that's just a big question mark.
There definitely won't be one on the second Friday we're there, because we're at Game of Thrones Con. But we're thinking about maybe doing the show on Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll let you guys know what that's going to be. I'm sorry, it is going to be a bit messy, but that is how this happens.
But we want to say that now, so that when people are like, "Did you quit the book club after Path of Daggers?"
No, we did not. No. Also, there are people.
We have all the freaking books right here.
They're all there.
You can see them above my head.
There are people in chat who are offering us their old cell phones. Thank you. That is very kind. We'll probably try and find a way where we can just put a card into our phones, but thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, because they're not like regionally locked between Canada and the US, so that should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember there was like some stuff going around about phones becoming region locked.
No, because when we came back from the ship, you were switching American.
No, I know.
Canadian.
I mean like more recently. But I don't actually.
I think that you're thinking about how the American version of the iPhone 14 is eSIM.
That was it.
And if you don't have a SIM slot, you can't change your SIM card to countries that don't support eSIM yet.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So the title. Should we get to the title of the video? Should we get to like the main topic of the day?
Yeah.
The reason they're like waiting. They're like, we don't care about Elon Musk because no one actually cares about him except like maybe his family. Although with that many kids, with that many different women. Who knows who he talks to?
Well, and a lot of those kids don't talk to him. So
we have moved.
New house. Can you tell?
Yeah. So to start this story, we have to go back about a year. I know we're going back about a year in a lot of these videos, these topics so far.
I want to give you guys the full picture.
So about a year ago, we decided to move out of Toronto a little bit to have more space. Mm-hmm. And we were like, we're going to stay in the GTA. We're still like very much in the GTA, but we're like, we're going to move a little further out. We're going to have more space. And we found this gorgeous townhouse that was beautiful because it was so big for basically the same price that we were paying for our tiny ass 1-bedroom that we were in. And so we got really excited about moving and maybe didn't do the most due diligence. Although that's not actually fair because I saw the place.
Yeah, the problem with the place, we went to go see a unit, and to be honest, the person who showed it to us, she was lovely, but I don't know if she was the most like their person. She showed us a unit.
What? You mean the woman who walked up to us with a plastic bag and was picking up every piece of trash on the way?
Yeah.
In front of us? Like, and then was holding a bag of street trash while showing us the apartment?
Yeah. So showed us this place, and we were like, okay, cool. This is great, honestly. We'll put in a thing. And then before she could even send us the rental application, someone had already grabbed it. She was like, oh, okay, but I have another place. Yes. I have another unit.
She had 2 other units. One was a 2-bedroom and one was a 3-bedroom.
Yeah. Now, I think I was streaming. I was doing something and I couldn't go see it. So you had to go yourself. Mm-hmm. And the first unit that you saw, it backed onto a school.
Yes. Our bedroom and our streaming room and our living room all had giant windows to the courtyard of a elementary school, which... No. We don't like children. Like, I like my sister's kids because, you know, they're family and, like, whatever. But I don't like spending time around children. I like adults a lot. Yeah. And so, also, like, we make content that is, at times, less spicy. And so we thought backing onto a school was the wrong choice. Granted, in hindsight, it would have been the much better choice for us.
Well, so you went and saw...
Because that unit probably wouldn't have tried to kill me.
Yeah. So you went and saw the other unit.
That's a tease for where this is going.
And...
Yeah, so I went and saw this 2-bedroom, and it seemed great. Like, the floor sucked. But it seemed really awesome, and it seemed like it was going to be a place that was going to be really good for us. It was so much space. It was a little bit cheaper than the 3-bedroom. Mm-hmm. And Dragonsack says you didn't want to get woken up by the sweet sound of hundreds of children laughing and screaming every morning. No, and the school bus is parked right there, and if you know school bus brakes, they're so loud. Oh my god, it would have been awful. It would have been really awful. So I went and saw the other unit, and it seemed great. It was huge. It was like barely more than what we were paying for this 2-room apartment we were in. Yeah, and we were allowed to paint. Like it really felt like a perfect situation. Yeah, and so we took the place. They were like, "We'll give you. It'll be first and last month." But we'll give you a free month if you take a 13-month deal. Like the 13th month will be free. Yeah. And so we took the deal and we were like, let's go. You didn't see it.
I did not see it. The first time I saw it was like us moving our stuff in.
Yeah, but no, it was when we painted.
Well, yes, you're right.
So
you're right.
We had this like 1 month overlap and we spent 2 weeks painting the place. We put like this blue on the wall in the living room. We painted that darker blue that we had in the streaming room before. We painted like a wall neon green so that we had a permanent green screen that we never used.
No, we used it a handful of times.
We stopped using because we changed how we do our thumbnails. Mm-hmm. So we painted and it didn't seem like there was a problem. Mm-hmm. Like it seemed fine. Mm-hmm. And then about like the
January?
3rd week that it was while we were moving in our stuff.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was after Christmas, which is why we thought they were gone for the holidays.
Oh, right.
Because we kind of moved our stuff in slowly. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we had the month. It was nice. We got to set up. And then the holidays ended. And sometime early January, we started smelling cigarette smoke.
Like constantly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And not like smelling a cigarette, but just this like overwhelming wave of constant cigarette smoke. Yeah. And I began the process. I began the process of trying to block every... So I looked it up, and it was like the smoke can come through holes in walls. It can come through like holes in outlets. It can come through door frames and stuff like that, right? And so I began the process of sealing and closing up every possible location in the unit.
Yeah, well, because the hallway, so it's a row of townhouses, but there was a joint hallway, right? And the hallway, like, never smelt very good.
Yeah.
So we shoved rags under the door to try and, like, block that. Because there's a gap.
I think I'm gonna make a video about it. I'll show you guys the rags that lived under the door.
Oh, yeah, because we still have access to that place. We'll, like, show, like...
Yeah.
We'll show you guys. Right?
We still have 2.5 months of that. No, 3 months of that lease. So we technically have an empty unit somewhere in the GTA for 3 months that we're paying for.
Yeah, we are trying to speak with the landlords to at least have 1 month less, especially because it's due to medical reasons. But anyways, we'll get to that. So yeah. We bought like caulking. We tried to fill every crease crack, because like the trim and the floors were not even. It was like this all the way along the walls, and so we were just trying to like close that up, and then we would kind of like it would get better in one area and then it'd get worse in another area. Like, remember when it moved up to my closet and I was like, nope.
Because once we sealed the main floor, it would travel up and come in the top floor.
Yeah. Like, the bathroom was the worst.
Yeah, the bathroom became the worst.
And the bathroom had like yellow streaks running down the walls.
That'll be in the video too. We'll show that for sure.
We would clean them up, and a few weeks later they'd be back again.
And so at this point, I started to get migraines. And I've always had migraines, but I would get them occasionally.
Yeah.
But I started to get them like weekly. And I was in a bad place. Like, I was really sick, and I was struggling, and that's why I was at Home Depot like every other day buying more stuff to try and deal with the walls. Yeah,
but we didn't connect them at first because like you said, you'd had migraines before, and it started more occasionally.
Well, right? And so I didn't tie it to smoke at first because I didn't know that cigarette smoke caused migraines. And so we started to go on elimination diets thinking that it was what I was eating that was causing me to be sick.
Yeah, because we cut out gluten, we tried that, we tried cutting out dairy, we really cut down on like sugar and stuff like that, like... we went through all of these things, and it seemed to like work for a moment, and then it wouldn't. Like it did not. Like, you would just get sick again.
And so we ultimately we went away for a few weeks at the end of
August
March. No.
What?
No, May. So at the end of May...
Oh, when we went to Star Wars Celebration.
We went to Star Wars Celebration, and then I went to Calgary to do I did the world premiere of this new concert version of Ragtime with the Calgary Philharmonic Orchestra. It's freaking incredible. Like, it's just so beautiful to sing with a 60-piece orchestra again. Yeah. And I didn't have a single migraine for those 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and then I came back to Toronto, and I came home, and I was fine. And the smoke smell had kind of gone away.
Yeah, it was summertime.
'Cause it was summer.
And the neighbor who was across the hall who we were smelling, I'm assuming was just smoking outdoors more. And so the summer wasn't so bad. And so then we went away to Dragon Con, and we went to Florida to Disney. I had a lovely time. And when we came back, the weather had already started getting colder, and it smelled bad.
Austin Wilson, I was the younger brother in Ragtime. I was I got to sing the Night the Goldman Spoke in Union Square, which was just chef's kiss.
Yeah, great.
So we came back in the fall, and suddenly, like, the smell was worse, which was crazy because I couldn't... we literally, y'all, I'm not joking when I say this, we duct taped the vent in the bathroom shut. Because the smoke was just coming in it. Like, cigarette smoke was just pouring through it. This coincided with we got new neighbors on one side, and they also smoked. And so suddenly we had smokers on all 3 sides of our unit, across the hall and both beside us. And so I started to get really sick. And those once a week migraines, which I don't know how much information y'all want about what it was, but I basically would be
incapacitated.
I would basically sick from like 8 p.m. until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
once a week.
Hi, Muddles. It's good to see you.
Hi, Muddles. So I was basically sick from like nauseous, other things. I would have chills. Like I would be shaking. It was bad.
It was wild. I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
And I was so sick that I couldn't lie down because I would get more nauseous. Mm-hmm. So I would just stand in the middle of a room, putting a blanket on, getting too hot, taking the blanket out, getting too cold, shaking. Like it was awful.
Yeah.
And so we got back from Dragon Con from our Disney trip, and the smoke was worse.
And it started happening like several times a week, whereas it would be like maybe once every week or two, or even in the earlier stages, once or twice a month. Like it got to a point where it was like 3 or 4 times a week.
And so at this point, I stopped streaming. I stopped streaming because I literally didn't have energy, right? Like I was in a position where we were putting out all this reaction content, which was amazing, but that was all the energy that I had, was watching those things, editing them, and then I would literally take every Thursday off to have enough energy to stream book club. And that became my week, was just like trying to get stuff done because I just was so sick and I couldn't like. And at this point, we finally, and we should have done it so much earlier, but we finally called our doctor.
Yeah, you had an appointment.
I had a phone appointment. I have a physical with him tomorrow to like get stuff checked out. Yeah. So I'm like going to see a doctor finally. But we had a phone appointment, and after about 10 minutes on the phone, he was like, "Oh, it's probably the cigarette smoke in your apartment."
Yeah, you probably have migraines from cigarette smoke, which is hilarious because like I had my very first therapy session, I think like a week before. And I was like, yeah, I'm like really struggling with such and such things. She's like, well, like people with ADHD tend to have tend to be more sensitive to sensory things. So it could be the smoke in the apartment. And I was like, I never thought about that.
Yeah. And so we made the decision on a Thursday that we were...
You spoke to your doctor on Tuesday.
I spoke to my doctor on Tuesday.
Your mom flew in on Thursday, and your mom stayed with us, and she was like, oh, yeah I smell it. And it was in that moment that I realized, I was like, why are we subjecting ourselves to this when I, like, feel terrible that your mom has to stay here for a night in it? And that was it. That was like, no, you're sick, like, it's awful, like, I feel like we were trying to play it down, being like, it's not that bad and it's only occasional. It was not. It was awful.
We're both the kind of people who push through to get shit done.
Yeah. We'll be like, we gotta just figure shit out. And so on that Thursday, we were like, nope, we are moving. I don't care. We saw a bunch of places.
Well, and I want to stop you there because we decided to move on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was so sick. Like Friday night, my mom was in town because her friend was throwing this charity concert called the Jamboree.
Yeah.
And I had promised that I would go. And so despite the fact that I felt terrible, like I couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. We went to this concert. We were there for all of 90 minutes before the music gave me a terrible migraine. And this was a terrible migraine that pushed through the new medication that my doctor had me on, which was working kind of. And so we went home and I was like violently sick all night. Yeah. Like it was bad. And so I just want to say, like, I could not have moved. Like literally could not have moved. I did not have the energy to go see places. The only reason we got out of that house is because of the work that you put in to get us out of there. No, but seriously, I'm not joking. I was so ill. We canceled book club that morning. Like I literally couldn't do book club that week. And I you don't drive, so I had to drive to these house viewings, and like that was all I could do. Like I was so sick.
I know. I was like, I'm so sorry, but we have to go see these places.
Yeah, and no, but like you made everything happen. You found everything. You lined it all up. You made it work. We would not have gone out of. Like I would have just laid on the couch for 3 weeks sick, right? Like I would literally still be in that without you, and I'm so grateful for the work that you put in those days because I know that they were such busy days. But I really, really, truly appreciate what you did. And so on Saturday, we saw this place. And then we moved in on Tuesday. We paid like a lot more
We paid a lot up front to be like, hey, we want this place. We're absolutely serious about it.
Yeah.
Please give it to us. And we were completely honest with the situation. We were like, our current place is unlivable. We are looking to move into a place as soon as possible. And luckily, they accepted the offer. Yeah, we moved in on Tuesday.
So we saw this place and they're like, well, there's some dings in the walls. There's stuff we'll fix before November 1st. And we're like, we'll fix the dings.
Fine.
We'll do
it.
If we can just have the place.
We can get in earlier. Please let us.
And so, so we moved our mattress and we slept here that Tuesday night. And since we started sleeping here, I have not had a migraine.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I've not been sick once.
Yeah.
Since we got into this house, I have gone to bed every night. Last night I was up late because I like couldn't sleep and I got up and edited, but I didn't feel sick. I just went and worked.
It wasn't because you were sick, yeah.
And I feel great today, but I have not been sick once since we moved. And that place was literally killing me. Like, I was becoming a husk of myself. Like, 3 days after we moved here, I woke up smiling and was, like, dancing in our kitchen. And I was like, babe, I feel like I'm me again. Like, I literally felt like I had gone missing from myself for 8 months.
Yeah.
And it was wild, right? Because
because you everything about your day was trying to make sure you did not get sick that night.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand why. Like, we just didn't get it. And
everything I ate, I couldn't work out. Like, I put on so much weight because I was so, like, trying to work out would give me a headache.
Yeah.
Like, too much stress would give me a headache. Like, it was literally just...
And then as soon as it started happening, like, it sometimes, like, gratefully it would stop, but we would try to prevent it from snowballing if you, like, felt ill. And it was just this, every day was this, like, game of what the evening is going to be like. And that was hard.
It dominated my whole life. Like, for 6 of the 8 months that we lived there was, like, 2 months in the summer. July and August were okay.
Yeah.
But for 6 of the 8 months that we lived there, it dominated my entire life.
Yeah. I just want to, Dragon Snacks in the chat wants to apologize for jokes on the Discord on the subject. I don't want to speak for you, but I don't think that's
Guys, you can make jokes. I'm not Elon Musk. My skin is very thick.
Yeah.
You can make jokes about me. I find them funny.
Yeah, no need to apologize. It's all good. We deal with things with humor. We're very easygoing people. So, like, please do not, like, feel bad or anything like that. It's you do not have to apologize. You make jokes. I'm making jokes about it. You know what I mean? Like, it sucked, but I'm not dead. You know what I mean? And it's not, here's the thing, like, it's something that happened to me, but it wasn't me. Like, if you were making fun of me as a person, that feels targeted and mean, right? Right.
But, like, making fun of a thing that happened, that's what people do when they care about each other. In my opinion, I rag on my friends so hard to the point where some of my friends have had to be like,
okay, you found the line. But, like, no, we're super easygoing. Don't worry. Like, we can take it. We know you guys also don't mean things maliciously. Like, we appreciate you guys. But it was really telling going back to that old place last week. Walking through that door and the smell that, like, hit you. Like, living in it, obviously you become a little bit accustomed. You become a little bit nose blind. And, like, when we walked through that door, I was like, nope. Get the windows open. Like, it was horrendous. And, we're still, like I said, we're trying to speak to our previous landlord to see if we can get out a month early, and they have been very not communicative. So we might be out for the next 2 months rent of that place, and there's something we can do about it, but at least we are healthy and we are happy, and that's what matters.
But this is where I want to get into, like, the next piece of this, right? Which is, like, guys, thank you. To everyone who's ever watched our YouTube videos or been in book club, like, seriously, a year ago, we would not have been in a place where we could have made this move happen.
Yeah.
Like, a year ago, if I'm going to be honest, if you're going to be a content creation couple, one of the realities of that is that you don't have pay stubs and you don't have, like, employment in the way that traditional people do, and so moving can be really hard. Like, anything that requires a credit check or, like, an employment check can be really hard.
We had to give so much to get this place,
just to convince them that we made a living. Right? And the only reason we were able to do that this time, that we weren't able to do it for the last place, like, my mom had to co-sign for the last place, the reason we're able to pull it off this time is because the channel's grown to the point where we can be like, look at what this is what we own. This is ours. And it's not really ours, right? Because we don't own it. We don't own the size of it. That belongs to the people who enjoy what we make. And so I'm so grateful to everyone who has ever subscribed and watched videos, because
we might not have been in the position to get out of that place. Yeah.
We wouldn't have
without you guys.
A year ago, we wouldn't have had the money to pay rent at 2 places at the same time for like 1 month. We can't afford that every month. Like we're not rolling in it. If we were rolling in it, we would have bought a place. We're still renting, but like we had enough money.
Yes, we did not buy this place, unfortunately. Hopefully next time.
Because of the Sandman.
Yeah.
And because of Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah.
And because of book club, the 3 pillars of Nerdy Nightly.
Truly.
We had enough money to pay double rent this month and maybe next month. And get me to a place where like I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I know that this was a long-winded story, but
there was a lot to it, and we wanted to be super transparent about it, and it just felt easiest to tell it sequentially.
But yeah, I'm so grateful. Like I think that like content creation is such a weird thing, because I think it sometimes can be disingenuous to say like I'm so grateful to the community. Yeah. But in this case, like y'all made it possible for me to not be sick.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know an adequate way to be thankful for that, because it was awful, and like I was gone, and I don't know how you solve not being yourself in that way, and like it just was so bad, and every day I was just scared. Like I woke up and I was scared that I was gonna get sick again, and then I would be in pain. And when every day is like that, like it just becomes so hard to know who you are and to feel any joy. And like I was like, the only thing I had was like watching content, because I knew that I would have an audience, like, and I knew that there were people who were gonna like comment and like say nice things, and like that kept me going. And I'm really grateful, because it was a bad year, even though it was the best year for the company, which is what's
it's
so weird
because it was the best and the worst in so many ways, and like that's always weird, because you're hurting and you're sick and there's things that are going wrong, but you feel like you're not allowed to be like feel bad because there are things that are going well. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
and that's real. The feeling of like, oh, I can't complain about my physical health because
this is going well.
The channel is doing well.
And
it feels like but like that, and that's such bullshit, right? Like, because if you get hit by a car on the same day that you get a promotion, nobody is like, well, don't complain about getting hit by the car. You got a promotion, right?
Yeah.
Like that, and so it is insane that like I felt like I couldn't complain about what was going on, even though I just felt bad every day. Like, and it's crazy, because I felt so isolated, and like I stopped talking to my friends. Like the only connection I had outside of the house was the internet, and was like the channel, and that became like my lifeline, and I leaned on it maybe a little too hard. We maybe made too many reaction videos. But I'm really thankful to you guys.
I just also want to say hi, Basic. We love you. It's nice to see you. And Livy, please don't break any kneecaps, just for legal reasons.
I love this comment. Were you always worried the migraines would come on you from behind?
Jesus Christ. Yes. The answer is yes. Also, Shin, I can't believe it's been almost 2 years as well, but
that's wild.
We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone who has been here, whether it's been for 2 days or 2 years,
Yeah, no, we're grateful to everyone.
Yeah.
And Sci-Fi says, people do not understand migraines. They act as if they're just headaches. 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's not, right? Like, Tylenol does nothing.
Yeah.
Your whole body just betrays you. It falls apart. You can't function.
Yeah.
And for me, the worst part was, like, it would spiral. Like, I would have one, and I wouldn't sleep. And then I would get, like, 2 hours of sleep, and I would feel okay when I woke up, and I'd get stuff done, but, like, I would be so tired that would spin into the next migraine.
Yeah.
And there would be times when I would go, like, 4 days with, like, maybe 8 hours of sleep total across those 4 days.
Yeah.
And
especially in the last couple, like, 2.5 months.
No, brutal. Brutal. It hurt, because you just hurt, like, because you're so tired that you hurt, and then the migraines start, and so different parts hurt.
Yeah.
And also, like, just like the weight gain has not been great for my mental health. So, like, I'm very excited. I don't know when I'm gonna lose weight, probably in 2023. But I'm very excited to get back like my physical health as well. Now that my mental health is like the like not having migraines for 1 week, that I went from like 30% to like 85%.
Yeah.
Like just having a week off and a week of sleep.
Yeah.
Boom. Yep. And once we have bedroom furniture and I'm not sleeping 6 inches off the ground, it's going to be another boom up for my mental health, right?
Yes. Next step is bedroom furniture. Well, actually, next step is figuring out what the background of this stream is. Because we want to have something a little like lighter and brighter. But I don't know. We have the nano leaves. We have some panels we're going to try to put up. I don't know what to do with the bookshelves because the door here... Like, at first I was like, we'll do the same thing where the bookshelves are like this and we have stuff in the middle. But then the problem is that the bookshelf is in the way of the door here.
Yeah.
And so it's more...
Yeah, and we currently have Grogu on a little stool.
Yeah, so Grogu's here.
He's on a little stool because we can't fit the couch on this wall.
Yeah. So we're figuring all of that out. But
hey, what's up, Dusty Wheel?
Hi, Dusty. How are you?
Y'all, if you like our Wheel of Time content and you're looking for better Wheel of Time content, go watch the Dusty Wheel.
Yeah, someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Your wife also suffers from migraines. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's the worst. Yeah. And like I can survive one every 2 or 3 months, right? But it was 3 weeks. Can't do it.
Yeah, no. I had a migraine. I think I've had 2 migraines in my life, and they're the absolute worst. Like I would never wish that on anyone. It's
just crazy how I thought like we would move here and it would be like 2 weeks of it tamping down
because we'd have to like get it out of our systems.
And we moved here and it was that day. And I was like, oh, okay. Literally, we moved. I have not had a migraine since we moved.
Yeah.
And there was one day where I was moving stuff from the other house. I was there all day moving stuff. And I started to feel like I got a migraine. And I was driving back to the house and I was like, babe, I think it's happening. I think I'm going to have an episode tonight. Mm-hmm. And then I laid down on the couch here for like an hour and it went away. And I was like, oh, it's literally the fucking apartment my apartment was trying to kill me.
Literally.
And it almost succeeded, but I have the best wife on the planet and I have the best YouTube channel on the planet. And so it didn't.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
I'm a lucky boy.
Robert, I promise we won't tape up the vents again. We have no need to because we have a beautiful, like, well-ventilated, clean space where the walls are actually even for the most part.
Yeah.
And the floors are not ripping up our feet. So, yay. It's good. Good times all around.
Yeah, no, we have a gorgeous place. Oh, the new house. We didn't even talk about the new house.
Yeah. I wish we could,
do like a tour?
We should at least do a video. I don't know if because we can't take the camera.
No, but we could do like a live from a phone at some point.
Yeah.
Not right now because it's a disaster. Also the best news, the best news of all. I already have my Christmas present, and Claroos bought me a lazy boy.
Yeah.
I am a 75-year-old man.
Nerdy was like, look, if we ever have the space, the only thing I want in this life is a lazy boy chair. And I was like, all right, I'll get it for you for Christmas.
Narathan says, can Nerdy still get locked out mid-stream? That's if we remember to lock our door, which we have not been good about.
We haven't been good about, but we honestly live in a gorgeous neighborhood.
I know, it's very secluded. Like, actually getting here would be hard.
Yeah, like someone trying to find out where we are would actually have a really hard time of it, which is great.
Don't challenge them. Flick and Real says, I'm a new subscriber. Wanted to say hi. Hi, new subscriber.
Welcome on in.
If this is your first video, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that dislike button. Leave mean comments down below.
They said they subscribed.
Because the algorithm, I know, but I'm saying for the other people, it reminded me, the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her.
Oh, and the Amazon delivery guys can find the house now.
They don't call us every 5 seconds. They just leave it on our porch like a normal place.
We have a doorbell.
We have a doorbell. And it is the exact pitch from the beginning of Book of Mormon. Bum, bum. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, it's the exact doorbell from Book of Mormon, which cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
We should do like a parody music video of just us and the doorbell.
I don't know if that's a parody. I think that's just a music video.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. Are we gonna rewrite the lyrics?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. The other thing as well is we got a new couch because we had to leave the old couch behind because obviously the smoke smell sticks to fabric furniture. And so we did have to get a new couch. But that was also ended up being from Lazy Boy because they just had something that was really nice, and they were having a stupid, crazy sale. I don't know what the fuck kind of luck we had that the weekend that we went to Lazy Boy was like the weekend they had this like madness sale that was like sale prices plus, what was it, 30 or 40% off on top of that? Yeah, something like that. Crazy. Because I was like, oh my God, we're going to have to replace all the furniture and it's going to be so expensive. But thank you, Lazy Boy, for having sales. Unfortunately, Lazy Boy doesn't sponsor people. We found that out, but it's fine.
Yeah, they only sponsor Dak Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Yeah, so sad.
So
unless I like model for them, then maybe they will sponsor us.
You want to be the next Kristen Bell?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah, don't we all?
Don't we all?
What's you doing over there?
I'm just like seeing if there's anything we need to talk about. Who's excited about Black Panther 2?
Oh my God. Yes. Can we get some hype in chat for Black Panther 2? Because we have our tickets already and we're so freaking excited.
Yeah.
Muddles is going to send us Scandinavian candy.
Let's go.
We'll do like a whole like taste test video for it.
Let's go.
Also,
I'm up for that.
If you have access, I don't know when the Girl Scout cookies come out, but I want to do a Girl Scout cookie tasting video because I've only ever had the Girl Guides cookies, the like Canadian version. So I want to get all the like Girl Scout cookies and do a taste test video with those because that would be fun. Does renter's insurance cover any of the smoke damage you guys had? I don't believe so because it's not like fire smoke.
Yeah,
like
and honestly, like the problem is we don't have any like damage.
Yeah, it's just smelly. I don't know.
I here's the thing. So because we're in Canada, we don't have like medical bills because of it. Like my doctor's visit tomorrow is free. Yeah. And so it's not like I need to like sue to get like my renter's insurance to cover my doctor's bills. So nothing's really broken.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like we washed every single article of clothing after we moved. Even stuff that
everything.
Like, yeah, we washed even clean clothes. We washed everything to get the smoke out.
I'm so glad that water is included in our rent. Because that washer...
We've been running our washer and dryer constantly.
Hard. But we wanted to make sure we weren't taking... Like, we were taking as little smoke with us as possible.
Yo! Pepper Guy wants to send us hot sauce.
You can...
If you want to send hot sauce, I will eat the shit out of some hot sauce.
Nerdy loves hot sauce. I can't. I appreciate it, but he will. I
especially love like interesting hot sauces. Because like right now I mostly eat like Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce. Yeah. Because it's just easy and convenient. But I've had a lot of like really bad hot sauce lately, so.
Shin, I am very excited for Ant-Man 3. Ant-Man is one of my favorite Marvel movies, actually.
I think that the new Nightly Morning Show, I think like a hot sauce, because here's the thing, y'all. I don't think like a hot sauce video would do well on our channel.
We don't do like food stuff generally, but...
But hot sauce, like I could do like hot sauce on eggs, try in the Nightly Morning Show, and I think that this is a place where that could do well.
Yeah, as like part of a greater whole.
Or
like,
a hot sauce challenge vid. The problem is Claroos won't do it with me. Maybe I could get Fanta to come do it with me.
Oh, yeah. I think Fanta would.
Yeah, or Holly. Do you think Holly does hot sauce?
Probably, as long as it's vegetarian.
Yeah, we would do it on like Friday instead of doing wings. Because Hot Ones does that, but instead of wings, they do cauliflower.
Oh yeah. Holly might do that. I don't know.
We want a show where we can have a little bit more freedom to not worry about the algorithm so much.
Yeah,
and so the Nightly Morning Show is gonna be that spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a place to hang out, relax with your coffee, your tea, whatever it is, and just kind of shoot the shit.
Oh my God, Flick and Reel.
Wait, Fabu, I want all the Girl Scout cookies, every single flavor.
I just want the Thin Mints. I don't really care about the rest. Although I do like Tagalogs. Flick and Reel said that they went to the doctor to ask questions about their leg. They gave you an impromptu x-ray. After insurance, it was 30 minutes, and after insurance, it was still $150.
Fuck off, yeah.
That's America. I once went to the doctor, got a series of tests done because I was super sick. I was in New York, and I got the bill back, and it was $600. And I was like, why the fuck was it $600? I had insurance. And my insurance is like, we don't cover unnecessary tests. And I was like, what was the unnecessary test? And they were like, oh, they did like a vitamin E or a vitamin D test. I can't remember which one. but they tested to see what my vitamin levels were, and they were like, that's unrelated to what was going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, I'm not fucking paying that. Insurance was like, oh, we're not. And so my insurance, like, complained that the doctor was performing unnecessary tests and, like, got it wiped. Because they were like, you can't just, like, run random shit on people without telling them. And I was not told that they were running this test. They never asked me what tests I wanted run. They just did it, and they tried to charge me $600 for it. And it
crazy.
was pointless. They're like, there's no reason, like, you're like 25 and healthy. Like,
oh my God. That's why we've talked about, like, moving to America, and, like, that's the kind of shit that I'm just like, ugh.
James Ross is saying they discontinued the thanks-a-lots. How fucking dare they?
Rude.
We need to go to war with those little girls.
Dragon Snacks, currently our P.O. box is as it is listed in the Discord and on Twitch. I did look into potentially getting a different P.O. box.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of options, unfortunately. So we might stick with the one that we have currently.
We're going to stick with it for now. If we can find another option, we will.
Yeah. So, yes.
We go downtown enough. Like, it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
It's just kind of... If we could even find a place that's, like, just closer to the highway.
Yeah, I will look, but I don't think we will... I think we'll wait till January to change it.
Our P.O. box, the only problem with it is that getting in and out of the place where it is during rush hour is bad.
Yeah.
It's actually a great spot. It's centrally located. And we picked it because we were like, well, no matter where we move, we'll always be, like, the equidistant from it.
Yeah.
But then we realized that during rush hour, it, like, is
impossible.
2 hours in, 2 hours out.
Yeah.
And so I would, like, check the P.O. box at, like, 10:30 at night, but right before they close.
Yeah. So,
Topher, thank you so much for that super chat.
Super chat.
Congrats on your place. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's because of you guys, so thank you.
We really appreciate it. It, like, you guys' support means the world.
Project Myrtle's tried to get to Canada from the States. Trust me, you don't want to be down here. I know. I lived there for 10 years, Project Myrtle. I lived in New York City for 10 years and I only had insurance for 3 of those years.
Yeah.
And so I would just be sick. And I would I worked in restaurants.
Yeah.
And I would go to the restaurant and I would serve food knowing that I was sick. No mask.
Because you have to.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You can't call out. You'll get fired. Like, the working culture, and look, I'm not advocating for this. I'm acknowledging that this is bad, but this is what capitalism does to all of us, right? Like, it expects us to work even when we are going to get our customers sick.
Yeah.
And I did that for years because I could not afford to go to the doctor.
Yep.
And then I moved to a restaurant where I got health insurance from the restaurant, which was very weird. But that restaurant took care of me, and, like, they're the best. If you're ever in New York City, go eat at Becco on 46th Street between 8th and 9th. It is the best pasta in New York City, and they are a company that, ever since they got rid of Mario Batali, they are a company that takes care of their employees, and they were the best people to work for. I desperately love them all so much.
They have incredible food. Yeah. I went there once. And everything was freaking delicious.
Actually a reasonable price for New York City food.
They should sponsor us. We'll send everybody over to Becco.
I love Becco. Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Also, I don't know if we have quotes. I don't know how.
I don't know how that works. So maybe.
I guess. I guess so. The only reason the main reason for, like, thinking about moving to the States would be to have an easier time collabing with other content creators, as well as being invited to premieres and, like, being able to, like...
We've kind of met all of the people in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like, LA just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, like, we could buy a house in Atlanta and then, like, fly to LA for super cheap. But...
Yeah. It just sucks because the States quotes. Is a mess. A freaking mess right now. Great. We have quotes. The nightly morning show now has quotes. Oh, right? No.
Love it. Oh, no. Book Club has quotes. Book Club has quotes.
All right. Well, if you make quotes for Book Club, make sure you include, like, what like section it is.
Yes, please.
Because for context, we're not gonna know.
So I've been there's a couple of segments I wanted to try on the nightly morning show.
Okay.
Because they do well on TikTok.
Gotcha. Also, James Ross, I'm glad that you won your insurance battle. I'm sorry that it was a headache, but I'm glad that you won.
Let's go, insurance victories.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to try today, because I see this on TikTok all the time, and I love your opinions on things. You know that. We're gonna dive into the darkness that is, am I the asshole? And we're going to ask Claroos, was this person the asshole?
The answer is probably yes.
We're going to go first off of just the title of the post, and then we'll get into it.
All right.
So I want you to make like a preliminary decision based on the title, and then we'll get into it. Am I the asshole for having my daughter's first birthday on the same day as my stepsister's wedding?
Yes. Yes. Immediately. You're already the asshole. I told you, they're always going to be the asshole.
Right? Like, why? Why did you do that?
I don't even need context for that.
That you got this save the date a year ago.
Yeah. Unless they had a wedding, like a shotgun wedding, like we did, basically, like 3 weeks before. No, even still, they're children. They will show up on a different day.
It's a first birthday. It's not even a fucking birthday party.
They're not going to remember
It's just adults standing around being like, oh, wow, that thing is bigger than when it came out of your vagina.
Potato looks less potato. Like...
Potato looks less potato.
I'm sorry, babies look like potatoes.
Solon, thank you for joining the Nards.
Welcome to the Nerd Table.
So here, let's get into the context, because maybe this is going to turn around. We don't know.
Maybe.
Guys, we're about to go on an adventure. My mom got remarried after my parents' divorce, and her new husband brought along my stepsister. I lived with my dad, mostly because I did not want anything to do with the new sibling, and had pretty much no relationship with her, and hated that my mom treated her like a daughter. You don't sound like a great person, but also like
the asshole.
I was in this position when I was in high school or middle school with my stepsisters, and it takes time to get used to it. It's really hard at first. How
dare they treat them like family?
Okay, but like your parents are still together. You don't get it. You didn't go through this. Because it's tough. Integrating families is hard, especially at that age.
Okay. All right, where were we?
Fast forward to now. She's getting married. I wasn't invited since we have no relationship. Whatever. I didn't invite her to mine either.
Oh.
These people are fucking awful. We had my family had a rough 2 years integrating together.
Yeah.
But I would die for my sisters.
Yeah.
The issue is I planned my daughter's first birthday, and when I told my mom, she said it can't be that day because it's my stepsister's wedding, and can we change it to the next weekend so people don't have to choose which to go to?
Makes sense.
I said no. My stepsister's wedding is at 8 p.m. My daughter's party is at 1 p.m. People can do both, but almost everyone is on my mom's side.
Wait, no, a wedding is an all-day event. No one's showing up to the wedding at 8 p.m.
Some people have night weddings. I've catered them.
But don't you have to have the wedding and then the party?
A lot of people do it real quick.
They're all assholes.
I don't think the stepsister's an asshole at all. The stepsister's just getting married.
I mean, they're probably an asshole for other reasons, which is why they don't speak. Maybe they don't get along, whatever it is. But, yeah, fucking change. It's your daughter's. No one's gonna. She's not gonna remember it. Oh my God.
It's a first birthday. It's literally just a vanity project for you to decorate your house.
Yeah, it's not like it's their bar mitzvah. You know what I mean?
Even my own mother said she can't make it because she will be at my stepsister's wedding and getting ready all day.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm pissed. How can she choose a stepdaughter over her own grandchild? Everyone is picking this girl who isn't even really family over my daughter. My mom says to just change the party, but I think it's ridiculous. They can't do both and won't change my schedule for my stepsister. And my daughter will be the one to suffer when one of her family is at her first, when none of her family's at her first birthday.
Pick me. That's all I hear right now. I'm sorry.
Who's
They're
picking
not
her?
even real
How is
family.
that a pick me?
No, it's the guy wants to be picked over his stepsister because he
I think it's both women. I think they are sisters.
Oh, I just assumed it was a guy.
No. These are stepsisters.
That's probably my bad. It usually says at the beginning, it's F23 or F45.
This woman reads Cinderella and goes, God, Cinderella is the villain of this story. Those stepsisters are the best. How dare Cinderella come in and steal that
their
prince?
Family. How? Yeah, 100%. You're the asshole. I'm sorry, but it's their first birthday. They're not going to remember it. It's very easy to change it, especially because you probably have at least a week in advance. You can't change the wedding. The wedding has been paid for. The wedding has been booked. There are maybe 50 to 500 people arriving, depending on the wedding.
But so obviously yes, the asshole, right? There's the
Yes.
context did not change anything. The context just added so many questions. How did you never get over this with your stepsister?
Yeah.
Like you're adults.
What did she do to you?
Yeah.
And maybe that's the real question. Maybe we just need to do some digging. But like, goddamn.
That girl is going to turn like 20, and then she's going to reach out to her aunt.
Yeah.
Who is her aunt, not her step-aunt. Fuck it, right?
Yeah,
Your family.
yeah,
At that point, your family. It's been 20 years. She's going to reach out to her aunt, and her aunt's going to be like, I'm so sorry we never had a relationship. Your mom's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And that woman is going to show up for her niece at some point. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Because I would not want to be raised by that woman.
Oh, that sounds awful.
If you fight with your family over their wedding days, nightmare.
Yeah, like, wow. Yeah, you're the asshole.
James Ross says, I had to stop reading those because it was always someone looking to justify their terrible choices.
Always. Every time I read them, you are the asshole. I don't think I've ever read a situation where I'm like, you're not the asshole. No, if you are going to Am I the Asshole on Reddit, 99% chance you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Wow, that was rough. That hurt.
Yeah, there was like, and what's crazy is there was nothing redeemable in that whole story.
No.
I was like waiting for it because I didn't read that beforehand. I only read the title. I was like, oh, this will be fun.
Everybody sucks, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, God, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is anybody like agreeing with her?
I don't know. It's a great question. Is anyone saying...
Oh my God.
Huge.
It gets worse. The stepsister's mom died in childbirth. So the stepsister doesn't even have like her own, like her mom is dead.
Jesus. Wow.
What? You're loving this girl whose mom died and is alone in the world. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
What a nightmare of a human.
Yeah. You're definitely the asshole.
Wow, we chose a great start for the Am I the Asshole segment.
Yeah. There's always more, too. They always, like, get better. Like, someone's like, I did some digging. And you're like, wow, you have a lot of time on your hands. But
sometimes I agree with them.
Yeah.
That they're not the asshole. Like, there was one where a guy was like, my mom is treating me like an asshole because I told her that she couldn't take my son to a Trump rally. And I was like, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That you're not really being a dick. Like, you're kind of like, I don't know. Like,
no.
They can't go to that.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally valid.
But, like, how gaslit are you by your family that you felt the need to, like, post that on the internet to find out?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know what that feels like.
Okay, so here, the other idea for a segment I wanted to try. Are you familiar with the concept of a draft?
Like a first draft of a novel?
No, like a sports draft.
Yes, kind of.
Okay, what do you think a sports draft is?
Whoever picks the long straw gets to pick their pick first. And then everybody else gets to pick their picks.
Kind of. Yeah. No. But like, yeah. But the way that a draft works in like professional sports is that the loser of like the worst team of the last season goes first. So in order to kind of keep things fair.
So the person who picked the short straw then.
Kind of. Yeah.
Great.
But drafts do really well on TikTok. And so I was like, we should do a draft, but not of sports teams. People draft anything.
Okay,
I saw a draft of like, people drafted their teams of like things that are orange. It's very funny.
Okay.
So I wanted to propose a draft between the two of us. We have to pick a team of Avengers or MCU characters, but not for a fight. You have to build a 5-person debate team out of MCU characters.
Debate team?
Yeah. And you can't use anyone who's on the debate team in Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay.
Who gets to go first?
I'll let you go first because I came up with it.
Sure. I'm going to pick Matt Murdock.
Fuck!
That's my number one.
Oh, no. That's such a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm lawyered.
Oh my God. That is such a good choice. I fucked up so bad letting you go first.
Yeah, you did. I was like, can I go first?
I'm gonna go out there. This one might not seem obvious at first.
Okay.
I'm going Pepper Potts.
Okay. Hey, she can manipulate Iron Man.
She is Tony Stark's rules lawyer. and the CEO of Stark Industries. I'm going Pepper Potts. I think that she would rock a fucking debate team.
Okay, yeah.
And she's like your like leader, right? She's gonna like hold everyone together.
That's fair if she remembers that she's on it.
My first thought was like, oh, like Tony Stark, but like I'm building a debate team, not a debater.
Yep.
He is as likely to turn on and start arguing with the people at his own table as he is to keep arguing with the people at the other table.
Yeah.
So I'm going Pepper Potts.
Okay, how many do we get?
We get 5.
We have 5. That's so many characters. Oh my god. The next draft is Nikki from She-Hulk. She brings a lot of personality.
Okay.
She shows up for the team. She's a big team player, and she's hella smart. Because she's a paralegal, and you gotta be.
Oh, I like Nikki. Unexpected choice.
Yeah. You
know. I should have like thought of my team beforehand so I could have crushed you. But I was like, no, it's not fair because...
It is not fair. You are correct.
Because I came up with it. But you already have a great team. You have a lawyer and a paralegal.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go Jennifer Walters.
Sure.
Because she knows all Nikki's
comics
moves.
Or
she's gonna. Oh no! She can break the fourth wall and win the debate, so I win.
That's true. She can just decide. I'm gonna go talk to Kevin Feige and just fix that. Groot, they can't even argue with it. That's good. That's well done.
Black Bolt, because he can't speak. He's just doing American Sign Language.
Oh my god.
Third choice.
What's his face? David Harbour from
The Red Guardian?
The Red Guardian.
This is the first bad pick you've made.
No. No, you can't
he's just gonna be flexing in the corner. What debate skills does he have?
He is the best distraction, right? Because he has no shame. He has no shame.
You picked a distract. What debate competition has ever needed a distraction?
Well, because Matt Murdock's already going to win the whole thing. And so you want to have entertainment for the audience as well. So, yeah, Red Guardian. That's my pick number 3.
All right. Okay, if round 3 is going to be the distraction round, you took Red Guardian. I'm going Madison. The best distraction of them all. And Wong will be in the audience cheering her on.
That's true.
Best
Wong
friends.
will be
Biffles.
watching the debate. 100%.
All right, so you have Matt Murdock, Nikki, and the Red Guardian for some reason.
Do.
Who's your number 4? This went off the rails so much faster than I thought it would.
What? Really?
With Red Guardian, you chose David Harbour as a character who can barely string a sentence together.
I did. Yes, he's not going to talk a lot. He's just going to be fun. Everyone else's flavor. Thank you, Monkey. You understand the strategy that I went for here. What are the other Marvel characters? I'm going to pick...
Marisu says you're sitting next to David Harbour.
100%. I'm going to pick Ironheart.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That's bold. You have not met her yet.
I know, but I know she's the smartest person in the world, so...
She's the second smartest person in the MCU.
Besides...
Moon Girl, but she's not in the MCU yet. But we're getting a Moon Girl animated show soon. But Moon Girl is also a child. Moon Girl's like 11, so she doesn't understand.
I feel like Ironheart is perfect age because she's in the school, like she's done the debate team like recently, probably. So I'm gonna go with Ironheart. Also,
if you guys are playing Marvel Snap, the new mobile game, it's great, but the combo of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur cards together, it's a good combo.
Ruined.
Devil Dinosaur gets more points based on how many cards are in your hand, and Moon Girl doubles the size of your hand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a combo hard to beat. All right, so you're taking Ironheart. So I need to take an intelligence pick here. I need to go intelligence, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with my closing argument.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like every debate team needs the person who comes in at the end and sums it all up, nails that final moment. I'm going Nick Fury.
Solid pick. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's going to come in, he's going to be like, there was an idea. I don't know why. I just went to Barack Obama.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
But you know what I mean? He's gonna get the audience on his side at the very end.
Yeah. My final pick is going to be Loki. Because I want the tension between Matt Murdock and Loki really, really bad, and that's my draft.
You were like, I choose Matt Murdock, and then a bunch of people to make Matt Murdock's job really hard.
Because it's more fun that way when he wins.
Matt Murdock has to spend the entire debate corralling your team of idiots.
No, Loki is not an idiot. Loki is the master of manipulation.
Loki is a chaotic monster.
Yes.
That Matt Murdock is going to have to be like, no, we can't lie. It's debate club. We have to be honest.
It's not lying, it's manipulation.
Yeah, that's the thing that Matt Murdock is going to... Matt Murdock is going to put the rest of your team in jail.
By the end of it? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
God damn it. Except Ironheart and Nikki. He's just going to put... Okay, my final pick. All right, I feel like it's pretty close. I feel like we've got two good teams.
I don't know. I think Matt Murdock just wins, but sure.
Here's the thing. Pepper Potts spent years dealing with Tony. If she can do that, she can do anything.
Yeah.
Except remember that she's in a Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
I like Dragon Sax is saying Jessica Jones for the spunk, but I don't think she'd be good in a debate.
No, she's too, like...
She's hot-blooded!
Yeah.
Hot-blooded!
Nick Fury invalidates your entire debate by ignoring it. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's good. Oh my god. Who is, like, the good final... Oh, I know.
Okay.
Baron Zemo.
All right, fine. Go with the villain. I see
He's
how it is.
the only person who beat the Avengers.
Okay.
He convinced the Avengers to fight themselves. Baron Zemo crushed it. Baron Zemo comes up with a plan. Like, Baron Zemo's the one that, like, 5 minutes before the debate, he gives the marching orders, and everyone's like, that's brilliant.
All right, sure.
Because he doesn't have superpowers like he does in the comics, right? Like, he's, like, super strong in the comics. In the movie, in the MCU, he's just
big brain.
He's just big brain.
Yeah.
And he's brilliant, right? Thor, can you imagine?
Oh, God. Good background dancer for the closing. That's true. He's got moves like Jagger.
Mm-hmm. I would love for them to give Zemo a Peacemaker show style intro.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
Great. Yeah.
Just straight up rip off James Gunn. I want to see it.
James Gunn to be like, well done.
All right, chat. So here are the teams. You guys are going to choose who wins. It's Matt Murdock.
Oh, can we do a poll? I think you have to do it.
Can I do a poll?
Yeah. There is. If Dusty Wheel's still there, they know how to do polls.
Start a poll.
There it is. All right. So.
Yes is Claroos, and no is nerdy.
Great. Love that for us. Ask your community. Let's go.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
No, don't add an option. Exit. Press the little X. Yeah.
All right.
Guys, we figured it out. We're YouTubers.
So, here's the question. Mm-hmm. It's... So, go through your 5 again.
Okay. Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
Number 1. Nikki from She-Hulk, the paralegal. Number 3, Red Guardian for good distraction. Number 4...
I can't believe you added a distraction round.
Why not? Ironheart.
A character that you know nothing about.
Never met her. I just know she's like super smart.
Never read a comic. What's her name? What is her name?
Riri Williams.
Let's go! Yes, Claroos!
I was like, I think it's this.
I love you so much.
Ironheart, and finally bringing home the chaos, Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of Mischief? Is that what? God of Mischief, I think.
All right, and my team is Pepper Potts.
Yep.
We got, who was my number 2? We're terrible at this. Pepper Potts.
Oh my God. It was.
Jennifer Walters. Madison. This was very She-Hulk heavy because it was a lawyer show. Maybe. And then Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
And who was my final one? I have no idea.
Oh my God. Wow, we are terrible at this.
We both have the memories of fucking goldfish.
I know. It was Nick Fury and then... Why am I losing my mind?
Oh. Well, chat's gone forever.
It's okay. It's over here. Baron Zemo. That was the best choice, too. I was like, my brain.
You guys have to be kidding me. How do I only have 12? I have Zemo, Jennifer Walters, and Pepper Potts. And Madison. I got Madison. She went to a hell dimension and pulled out the heart of a demon.
Okay, but I have Loki, so.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you have more bisexuals than I do. But like, bisexuals are notoriously not good at debate. Especially at adding up points at the end of the debate.
You can't prove that. I don't know. I think honestly, Daredevil kind of just won for me. So,
like honestly, and here's the thing: you pulled out Matt Murdock so fast.
I know.
Like, I thought, especially because of like Claroos makes up the news. I thought that it was gonna be like a.
It was the obvious choice.
And you were like, "But damn!" And I was like, "Well, fuck!" Like,
yeah. Sorry about it.
AP says you guys are proving that now, lol. I don't know what we're proving.
That bisexuals
can't do math. Yeah.
Yes, correct. We can't do math.
And also can't remember the things that we said 2 minutes ago.
Guys, nobody seems to understand. Like, I will, like, say things on stream or, like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll totally do that. Once I step away, my brain is Swiss cheese. It's nothing. I don't remember a goddamn thing, so.
L Gage says bisexuals argue for both sides. So Loki hurts your argument.
No.
Jennifer Walters hooked up with a woman in college.
I can see that.
There's no way she didn't.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can't convince me otherwise. Guys, I appreciate everyone who voted for me, the 16% of you that were right, but I lose this day. And I need to live with that.
It's fine. Next week, or whenever the next show is, I'll come up with the draft.
Okay, I like that.
I'll come up with something. It's probably going to be, like, book club related.
Wheel of Time draft?
Yeah. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be something completely and utterly random. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll come up with one for next time.
All right.
Etch a sketch memory. That's accurate.
Y'all, we're going to end the show. But before we go, there's a couple things I would like to say. The first of those things is this podcast is brought to you by Audible.
What?
Audible is a subscription service, and I know you're like, but I have so many subscriptions. I don't need to watch more streaming content. It's not streaming content. It's streaming sounds. The sounds of beautiful voices reading beautifully written books.
Yeah, so you can look at other things while your ears are occupied.
Ears being occupied sounds weird. It sounds like you have a little gnome who lives in yours and is like, hello? Hello, I live in the... I like the hair. It's warm in here.
Big summer blowout.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. I cannot believe when Frozen was going to Broadway, my agents were like, hey, we got you an audition for Frozen for the out of town in, I think it was Denver. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, wow, like a Frozen audition? That's amazing. And they sent it to me and it was for Olaf. Or not for Olaf, for
the Swedish merchant guy. Does he have a name?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does have a name.
Yeah, because it's on it's Dragon Stacks. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships.
Stacks, thank you so much.
Oh my god, what is his name? I auditioned for him. Like I was in callbacks for it.
I don't know.
But he sings a song called Huga.
Of course he does.
Yeah, and it's great. But the guy that they ended up going with was like 45. And I was like,
yeah, you're like, I'm not
26.
One of my favorite things is like seeing commercials on TV that I've auditioned for and being
Oaken.
Like, oh yeah, I would never have gotten that.
Yeah.
Oaken. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he had a name.
Yeah, Oaken. Because it says it's his shop. It's Oaken's.
Oh, you're right. Dragon Snacks, thank you so much for giving those
seriously, Dragon Snacks. Thanks
subs.
So much. It's very kind of you.
I hope you guys all enjoy it. We have emotes on here. And you know, it's nice to. I think you don't get the ads on this channel when you're a member as well.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Is that how that works? I don't
know.
But it supports it anyways. Thank you.
But yeah, what were we doing? We were ending the show. Oh, yes. Y'all, Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/nerdynightly to get a free month of Audible and a free audio book. You could listen to something like
The Path of Daggers.
The Path of Daggers.
Yeah.
Book club this week, y'all. Thursday, we will have our chapter 24 audiobook reaction up because of Audible. And we are also going to have book club on the Friday chapters.
This week?
Yeah.
15
right, to 24.
That was included last week. 15 to 24.
15 to 24 on Friday.
I hate pop quizzes.
And before we go, if you'll indulge me for like 1 second, tomorrow is a very, very, very important day if you live in the United States. If you don't live in the United States, we love you. Stick around or don't. Follow us on the internet, all that. But if you live in the United States, tomorrow is voting day. I am an American citizen, but I do not live there anymore, and there's not like a state that I can vote in. So I am saying to you, I don't care who you vote for, but read what the votes in your state are and go vote. No matter what you believe, it is important that as a democracy, our voices are heard. And I just hope that you go out and you exercise that right. I know a lot of people already have. Early voting has been going on for weeks now, but tomorrow's the last day. And there's a lot on the ballot. There's a lot of local state initiatives that are really important this time around. There's a chance that marijuana will be legal in over half the country after tomorrow. There's a lot of women's reproductive rights that are on the table. And so if you will just go vote for what you believe in, the country is better when everybody votes.
Yeah.
It's not better when 60% of people vote or when 40% of people vote. So just go, no matter what you believe, even if you believe that voting isn't worth it, I promise you that it is. It is valuable. It is important. And I hope that you will take a little bit of time tomorrow to go exercise your constitutionally given right, because if we don't use it, it can be taken away. And I don't want to live in that future. The Americas have too much power, in my opinion, but they have it, and it is important that people who are kind and open-minded and good-hearted exercise the right to vote, so that the people who want to abuse that system don't have as much power as they want to have. And that is just my plea to you. Tomorrow's a big day. It's a very big day, and it's very important to me. And it's important to you if you live in the States. And honestly, unfortunately, it's important for the whole world. Because America is America.
Yeah, we're going to the doctor tomorrow, and we would like for our blood pressure to be like somewhat.
Mine will not.
Moderate.
My blood pressure will come down on like Saturday when all those mail-in ballots are cast and voted and counted. But y'all, thank you for an amazing show.
Yeah.
I know that it was a long story about my health, but I just want to say one last thank you for putting me in a position where I can be healthy. And I want to give you the biggest thank you of all for making it happen. And also, they're not a sponsor of this video, but to establishtitles.com for buying so many ads for the rest of the year, which gave us the financials. Like, seriously, we're going to be talking about established titles a lot. You might say 18 more times. But they're doing that gave us an opportunity, and they're only interested in working with us for the rest of the year because our audience is so awesome. And so
you guys.
I just want to say a huge thanks to establishtitles.com. Not a sponsor of this video, sponsor of a lot of other videos. I believe in them. I think that what they do is really fun. It's a great product, and reforesting the planet is very important. But it would be a lie not to say that them being like, hey, we want to buy 20 videos.
That was not
insignificant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're a great company, and I'm just really grateful to all of you, all of them, and to my wife for you're the best. And I would be nowhere without you.
That's not true.
It is.
I love you.
Anyway.
Press that like button, and we're gonna
press it.
Smash it. Just give it like a little like
the
caress.
smash button. Smash your lover tonight, and leave a mean comment down below, because the algorithm god is hungry. This episode's algorithm goddess is Pepper Potts, because that was a good poll. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Nice. Also, yes, 25K. Oh yeah, we have 25,000 subscribers, y'all. My goal, 100K 2023. December 31st, 2023, I want a silver play button on that wall. All right. That's my goal. Let's do it. 100K. That means you guys gotta like the videos and comment. So. Yeah. You have to. It's legally required. You're obligated. So that I can have a silver plaque. That I think you have to buy, but like whatever. Really? Or order it. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But by then we'll have made YouTube lots of money. So do something nerdy tonight, y'all. Bye, guys. Bye. Since the recording's done for the podcast, I also want to say thank you to our mods. Thank you to everyone who showed up, but especially our mods. You guys are the freaking best. Dragon Snacks, thank you for those gifted memberships at the end there. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys like this format, let us know. And if you have ideas for it, stuff you want us to talk about, we're always open to suggestions. Yeah, there's a stream suggestions thing in the Discord. That's true. If you have any like questions you want us to answer on the things that you think would be funny for us to talk about, if you need dating advice, leave it there, and then we'll get to that on a future Nightly Morning show. Honestly, this was so easy. I think that we'll probably do this. It was really fun. Yeah. Next week.